Want to take a look at the early trade today. Mean reversion right at the open. You could anticipate that on a Monday morning. Big gap down. The algos come in. We join them plus 10 points on mirror. QS3 was another mean reversion strategy that hits 900 profit target in the mini NASDAQ. Took a little bit of a, looked at a little bit of, no, it didn't even take a little bit of heat. So just got in right here, 89.3375, and went straight up. So that was the mean. Those are the mean reversion trades. Overnight, night trader went long, and we have adaptive moving averages is currently short, and so these are offsetting. So not a lot of trades today amidst this volatility. We had a big pullback, so we're not going along on the SR counter trends. The SR counter trends buy the dips, but there's too much of a down day for the SR counter trends to get in right now, the way that it's set up. And so we're really flat after these mean reversion trades. Adaptive moving average short and night trader long offset one another for a small loss on those. Ideally, the ideal situation just from a technical market perspective would be for the market to go down today and adaptive moving average to get out at a profit, which would mean that if you're basically flat right now and you're trading these strategies, you'd be flat, and then you had ended up going long again when adaptive moving average exits this trade. And so if you got in long at a lower price and you weren't all the way stopped out in night trader, which is 30 points below the market, so the market would have to go down to about 3230 area for night trader to be stopped out. So as long as the market trades lower than it is now and above 3230, it would be profitable for adaptive moving average, and the night trader would be long again from a lower entry price. Now that's the way multi-strategy automation would work in this setup. Let's go over the other markets. Crude oil, early trading crude oil. We have a gold short first in this workspace. Gold is the only one trading in this setup on this workspace in All Strategy Access 3, and then All Strategy Access 4. You have Cobra Crude going long. Nice entry signal on Cobra Crude. You would think typically a trend would be down in this, but we look at the short-term trend during the day in Cobra Crude. Nice entry, took some heat on the conservative and the aggressive, both in gold. SR counter trend 3 is long, while the Asia gold is short, so those are offsetting as well. And natural gas was short over the weekend. We talked about exiting at the close on Friday and getting back in on Sunday night's open. That would have worked great. But it wasn't a huge gap up. It was still in the trade. It's not like a gap up. The thing that we don't fear the actual gap up. We fear the gap up that's beyond the stop loss. And so it did not do that. So even if you held the trade over the weekend, you're in good shape as the market moves minus 120 on the trade. And then you have a channel in natural gas near the lows, which is, in my opinion, bearish. Can't get a dead cat bounce at the lows after 6 days of trading. It's kind of bearish, but you don't usually see natural gas trade much lower than it is right now. But anything can happen in commodities trading. SR counter trend 2 is also short on gold. So the Cobra Crude and the SR counter trends, if you're trading those together, you're flat overall. The trend is down in this for this setup, and it shorted the rally. So we'll see what happens with gold, with crude oil on these two opposing trades. Both of them are profitable. So if you were long on SR counter trend, let's see, if you're long on Cobra Crude, at both of these got in at 52.76. This one shorted at 53.48, and this one shorted at, they both shorted at 53.48. So those are the only trades in All Strategy Access 5. And so you were long 52.76, exit at 52.48, about 750 per contract between these two strategies. So nice trades in crude, nice trades in gold, nice decent trades in stock indexes so far. It's hard to get a gauge for re-entry when there's such a huge gap down, and I'm happy with the current positions for the portfolios in this setup, and mindful of what's next. The Fed meeting coming up this week, and then you have the coronavirus, and so what's going to happen? It's an unknown, and we can only speculate what could happen. The Fed continues to be accommodative. The trend is an accommodative Fed. We don't know the trend of the coronavirus. Hopefully it's contained. Hopefully people can be healed and no one else gets sick. But it's an unknown. It's an unknown. So it depends on how big that ends up being and how quickly it is suppressed. If we get, coronavirus has been contained, no new cases, and Fed continues easing accommodation. Market's going to rally again to all-time highs. So that's the update for today in the early trade in stock indexes, gold, crude oil, and all other markets that we have in our portfolios.